Good evening, I'm Shiv Aroor. This is India First. Let's take you straight to the top stories at 10 p.m. Politics erupts over Prime Minister's Modi ka Parivar call after Lalu taunts Prime Minister for not having children. Rahul Gandhi tweets a picture of Adari, says Modi's real family is looting the country. Supreme Court rebukes Udhay Nidhi Stalin over his eradicate Sanatan Dharam remark, says Stalin Jr. abused his rights. Prime Minister hits out at MK Stalin's son, says it's a habit of Dynasty party members to insult the belief of crores of people.
करोड़ों लोगों की आस्था का घोर अपमान करना भी परिवारवादियों की एक निशानी है, पहचान है.
3 people arrested for allegedly raising Pakistan Zindabad slogans inside Bengaluru's Vidhan Soudha when the Rajya Sabha results came out. BJP calls Congress anti-national, says the party should be tried for treason. 3 days on, no arrests made in the bomb blast at Bengaluru's Rameshwaram cafe case. NIA takes over the probe linked to 2022 Mangaluru cooker blast suspected. No more notes for votes. Supreme Court overturns its own 1998 ruling, strips immunity for MPs and MLAs caught taking bribes for parliamentary or assembly work. Big win for former US President Donald Trump as the 2024 presidential race heats up. US top court rules that Trump can run for president and will remain on the 2024 ballot. It all began on the day when the Rajya Sabha results were declared, when Nasir Hussain of the Congress party was celebrating his victory in the Vidhan Soudha in Bengaluru. Slogans were heard which the BJP alleged was Pakistan Zindabad. But Nasir Hussain, the Congress party, denied it, called this a fake and doctored video, called this misinformation and fake news, and promised to take action against everyone, including a union minister. Fact checkers jumped in to immediately label these videos as misleading, misinformation and fake. Well, as it turns out, not only has a BJP FSL report by a private company apparently nailed the fact that Pakistan Zindabad was in fact said, the Bengaluru police itself has issued a press note now saying, based on FSL report, eyewitness accounts and circumstantial evidence, they've arrested 3 persons from different parts of Karnataka and that legal action is about to be taken against them. Is this political pressure or has due process been applied? Why did the Congress jump the gun? Why did the BJP attack so easily? Here's the full story.
After forensic report confirmed that pro-Pakistan slogans were raised in the Karnataka Assembly, Bengaluru police has cracked down the suspects. The police have arrested 3 accused from 3 different locations. Accused number 1, Mohammad Shafi, was arrested from Haveri district in Karnataka. Accused number 2, Munawwar, was arrested from Bengaluru. And third accused, Iltiyaz, was arrested from Delhi. The police claimed that the arrests were made based on forensic report, circumstantial evidence and statement of witnesses.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಕೆಲಸ ಅವ್ರ ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ನವರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅವ್ರ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು.
One of the accused, Mohammad Shafi, was also seen with newly elected Rajya Sabha MP Nasir Hussain, and an image of the two has also emerged. Accused Shafi claims that he was raising Nasir Sahab Zindabad slogans.
ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನೆ ನಾಸಿರ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರ ರಾಜ್ಯಸಭಾ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ವೇಳೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಗೆಲುವು ಸಾಧಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಜೈಕಾರ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು, ನಾಸಿರ್ ಹುಸೇನ್ ಜಿಂದಾಬಾದ್, ನಾಸಿರ್ ಹುಸೇನ್ ಜೈವಾಗ್ಲಿ, ನಾಸಿರ್ ಖಾನ್ ಜಿಂದಾಬಾದ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಬೇರೆ ಆರೋಪಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಸುಳ್ಳು ಆರೋಪಗಳು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ. ಈ ತರ ನಾನು ಯಾವುದೂ ಸ್ಲೋಗನಿಗೆ ಜೈಕಾರ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಈ ತರ ನಾನು ಸ್ಲೋಗನ್ ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲ.
The Karnataka BJP has sought MP Nasir Hussain's resignation immediately and wants the Congress to be probed under UAPA. Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, just to be absolutely clear, nobody has seen any of these FSL reports, neither the BJP-sponsored FSL report by a private forensics company or the forensic science laboratory report that the Bengaluru police appears to have made these arrests partially based on. So we don't know what's in those FSL reports. There's only source-based information. I want to bring in India Today's Sagai Raj for more on this. Sagai, 3 individuals from different parts of Karnataka arrested. The police very categorically saying this is based on circumstantial evidence, eyewitness accounts and the FSL report. Is the police saying that the FSL report has basically concluded that Pakistan Zindabad slogans were shouted in the assembly and that these people are associated with Nasir Hussain?
Shiv, on Friday morning, we learned through our sources, and we were the first channel to break this particular news, that this particular video on audio was not manipulated, and the video clearly shows the presence of slogan Pakistan Zindabad, and we reported on Friday morning, much before the explosion took place later in the afternoon. And we learned that, yes, there was a presence and it was not a manipulated video. Later on, there were 3 people who have been detained by the police, but it was not announced. They had been kept in Ashok Nagar police station. And what they have to do, the next step was to take their voice samples, go with the FSL, and try to match with the audio which they have already in their possession, so that they have to come to a conclusion. And they have come to a conclusion, and the report was submitted. There were 2 reports. First report was showing that it was not manipulated video, and there is pro-Pakistan slogan. And second audio and video is to match with the voice samples which they are collected, and with the video which is already proved that, yes, there is a pro-Pakistan slogan. And thereafter, they were supposed to make this as public. When this BJP has tweeted about the report that they have done with a private organization, it was quite embarrassment for the government that despite having the report, the government was sitting idle on that. They didn't make even public.
No, this is very interesting now. So this means that the BJP has upped the ante. They've raised the temperature. Sagai, thank you very much for that update. And they've said that the Congress government should be tried for treason. Is this really an issue that we should be grappling with at this point of time? Is a separate debate altogether. But does the Sidhu government have egg on its face, considering that it had declared this completely as fake right off the bat, is a question to be asked. It's been over 3 days now since the blast at the Rameshwaram cafe in Bengaluru's Whitefield. What we have are many CCTV clips showing not just the explosion itself, but also a person in a cap and a mask believed to be the main suspect, except that nobody has been arrested just yet, and at least in public there don't appear to be any concrete leads. The probe is intensifying, but no arrests just yet. The country's premier probe agency for terror-related cases, the National Investigation Agency, has formally taken over the probe from Bengaluru's Central Crime Branch, who've been probing so far. Some similarities, viewer, have also been drawn to incidents that took place in Mangaluru, Shivamogga, and the Bengaluru serial blasts in the last few years. Take a look at what we know.
No headway in the Bengaluru blast probe days after the attack on a popular cafe. The country's ace anti-terror agency, NIA, has taken over the probe from the Bengaluru Central Crime Branch.
ಯಾರೇ ಮಾಡಲಿ ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಮೂಲ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನು ಅದನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು ಯಾರು ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಯಾರು ಅವರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಳಿದಾವ ಅಥವಾ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಮಾಡಿದಾರಾ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
In the latest CCTV images accessed by India Today, the suspected bomber is seen walking into the cafe at 11:34 a.m. on March 1st. He's seen walking away 9 minutes later at 11:43 a.m. after allegedly planting the explosive. The blast had taken place soon after 12:54 p.m. The suspect, who was wearing a cap, mask and glasses, was also seen on CCTV images while getting down from a bus. Probe agencies suspect links of the cafe blast to explosions in Shivamoga, the Bengaluru cooker blast in 2022 and even the 2008 Bengaluru serial blasts. The timer, internal relay circuit, bolts and wires used in the cafe attack resemble those used in earlier blasts. Jailed accused in both Bengaluru and the Bengaluru serial blast cases have been interrogated to nab the suspect. The Bengaluru cops also took the help of AI to identify the accused. Police also seized CCTV images from shops near the targeted Rameshwaram cafe in IT hub Whitefield. Can NIA ensure the perpetrators are nabbed at the earliest? With Sagar Raj and Arvind Oja in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
Meanwhile, politics obviously in the last 3 days has totally peaked in the most unseemly manner over the Rameshwaram cafe blast. The BJP accusing the ruling Congress of nurturing snakes in their backyard, and this is before any headway in the investigation itself. Listen in.
Sir, Vijendra, who heads the BJP in Karnataka, has stated that this is happening because Congress is nurturing snakes in their backyard, indirectly implying that to Muslims.
6 months back, or 7 months back, they were only in power, right? What did they do? How did the cooker blast happen? Who nurtured them? The Bengaluru cooker blast accused took training in Tirthalli, which was the Home Minister's constituency. Does Vijendra have any sense of what he is talking? How did a terrorist take training in the backyard of the Home Minister? Who was nurturing? Who is nurturing? So what happened to that? It was during their regime that happened, right? They're interested only in politicizing the thing. So that time, why didn't Mr. Vijendra speak up then?
I have seen the statement of the Home Minister. I have seen the statement of the Chief Minister. There is no question of any hesitation to say that the government is not acting properly. They are doing their best.
And joining me live now from Bengaluru is CN Ashwat Naran. He's a BJP MLA from Maleshwaram, former Deputy Chief Minister, former Minister and senior leader of the party in the state. Mr. Ashwat Naran, welcome. Thank you for your time here on India Today. My first question to you, sir, is that it has been over 3 days since the blast at the Rameshwaram Cafe in Whitefield. No arrests have taken place so far. The case has now been handed over to the National Investigation Agency. Your thoughts, sir, on the fact that there doesn't appear to have been any headway. No arrests have been made so far.
The incident really, it has hurt the people's confidence, and it has really affected the people who have been hurt in this bomb blast. I totally regret this incident, and I expressed my sympathy to those families. Since the Congress government in the state of Karnataka, it has come to the power, we have been witnessing a lot of confusion. Each minister, giving different statements, and there is no governance. There is no focus. Somehow, the entire governance has been compromised. The priorities have been misplaced. They've just been, consuming time, not been, able to govern the state and address the law and order of the state of Karnataka very effectively. They have completely failed. So probably this has given more scope for the anti-national forces to get into all kind of activities, to disturb the peace, to take the lives and hurt the people. So probably in this direction, the Home Ministry or the state Congress government has completely failed. Let me make it very, very clear. Somehow this government appears to have a very soft approach towards this anti-national forces.
But Mr. Ashwat Naran, even before the investigation has, made any conclusions as far as motive is concerned or even the identity of the suspect? The BJP appears to have already started bashing the government from the first day itself, saying that this is because the Congress government has been, nurturing snakes in your backyard, etc. Isn't that unnecessary politics when a serious investigation is going on, sir? How do you defend that?
See, the incident, what has happened 3 days, is the repercussion or the effects of what the Congress government has been doing for the past 9 months in the state of Karnataka. Even earlier, many of the terrorist groups were arrested. Even when they were arresting these terrorist groups or the people who were involved in the terror activity, the investigation was going on. And as in a people or the political parties, when we made any statements, the minister, the home minister or the Congress government is to come to the defense of those people. Don't brand them even before the investigation is completed. So those kind of anti-national forces who were arrested, they wanted even to have a soft approach towards them. When a cooker bomb blast, person was arrested because prematurely it got blasted when he was carrying. Even they didn't wanted to call him a terrorist. They wanted to call him as a brother. So probably the entire approach, having a soft approach, when the police forces, can they have a clear mission, clarity? When the government itself is having such a kind of soft approach, can we expect the police department or the home department to effectively work? They expect them to be having a soft approach. You can't, investigate very freely. They will not have that kind of freedom, and the entire government is having a soft approach towards this terror group or the terror links. So somehow this been appeasement politics, the appeasement politics or the soft approach, not having clarity, not having a strong approach, zero tolerance was not there. So
okay, you're making
zero tolerance.
You're making a very serious charge, sir. You're saying that appeasement politics and a soft approach is what has facilitated such an attack, even though we don't know just yet, what the motive or the identity of the person is. I wanted to make that very clear since it's an ongoing investigation. My third question to you, sir, is the NIA has taken over the case today at a time when certain parallels are being drawn with, the Bengaluru blast, the earlier blast that took place on Church Street in Bengaluru, as also the Shivamogga attack. What are you hearing? You've been a former minister, you are currently an MLA. What is your sense of, what this might be? I know I'm asking you to guess, but, many different theories have been put forward, from corporate rivalry, to terror, to other things. What is your sense, sir?
See, trying to create all kind of theories can happen now. But let me make it very clear. This kind of a blast have not been new. It has been there for many years. Many a blast has been keep happening. It has been happening. But it is the incident, the number of incidents we are trying to reduce over the time. This kind of mindset or this kind of people with this kind of background do exist. It is not that, during our tenure nobody was existing. They were existing. But the present government, what is happening, they are trying to be, more, having a cool approach towards all these people, and leading to this, if you don't prioritize, if you don't make it very clear, this policing need to be more serious. The security concern need to be top prioritized, because Bangalore city has been very well known as a city of expats and international city, most happenings for startups or entrepreneurship, for technology, for many good reasons. We need to prioritize, because our economy is dependent on a very good law and order. If the safe city, if we miss that safety city tag, it is going to hurt the future of the entire country or the state of Karnataka also very strongly. So keeping in this mind, the Congress government, they need to, the links, the similarity of the, cooker blast and the blast, what has happened near the now Rameshwaram or the Shivamogga blast, having a common, might be there, I don't know. But it's the responsibility of the concerned investigation agency or even the police department. Whenever this kind of incident happens, the NIA takes over. Now, since the cases has been handed over to the NIA, we really appreciate the state government enabling the NIA agency to take over the investigation is a most welcome decision, and the right decision been taken by the state government. We do really appreciate. But so far, before this, prevention is better than cure. See, prevention should be, given topmost priority. Probably they need to do their homework very seriously and ensure that bias, they need not have a soft approach. They need to be very clear when it comes to the law and order, irrespective of caste, creed, religion. They need to act very strong. See, when there's one small post by any of our political workers, they go very strongly. They don't even spare any second or a minute. They just go strongly on them and, do the needful without even thinking twice whether they're right or wrong, whatever. But when it comes to the other, their appeasement politics, they don't do the same. They don't have the same justice, same fairness is not been seen. Though this is what the Congress has been doing time and again. Let me make it, we are not trying to, make all kind of, allegation against the Congress party. This is not our motive. Our motive is to get a credible, trustworthy, ensure there's a right kind of law and order exists for the people of the Karnataka. This is the responsibility of the Congress government in the state of Karnataka, which is not happening. So we call upon the government to be more responsible, to ensure that the safety, security of the people is ensured, and whatever other theories, whatever it might be, it is a responsibility of the government to answer.
Okay.
One minister comes and answers something else. The Home Minister says, don't look up to the statement of other ministers. As a Home Minister or the Chief Minister's statements only is reliable. All other minister statements are not reliable. So it is up to for them. We are not here to tell about any other theories, competitor. This competitor business has got nothing to do. Nobody does that. There's enough scope for any person to do their own business. They don't have to compete with somebody else. Probably this is more to do with the safety or the law and order. What needs to be addressed very strongly, the Congress government in the state of Karnataka, it has completely failed. Let me make it very clear.
Ashwat Narayan, thank you very much, sir, for your time here on India Today and for taking our questions. We, of course, will be keeping a very close watch on the entire investigation and continue to report on a daily basis. Just to remind all of our viewers that it's been over 3 days now since the blast took place. People have been questioned, but no arrests have taken place so far.